She knew what she was going to do. Right side is there. Green brown.
Degeneration.
She knew she was actually.
Mr.
Murray, would you live here? Come and see us.
It's up that way, it's at the spotted dog.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, yeah, we're going to say, we're going to next microphone.
That's the river.
Deputation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have asked me any big brownie, but we would have given it to you. He's going to think we're cheapskates now.
Recycle and reuse.
Could at least have got us an Olympia.
They all went out the back door now, but
What?
did they all go out the back door?
I don't know. Probably did.
Caroline, how are you? Is Conn around, is he?
Let's give him that.
We have a no letter to give him.
Sorry?
You just want to give him a no letter.
Why don't you go to the reception area and we'll see if we can get it for you? Okay?
Okay.
Well done for the ball. Oh, yeah. Excellent and delighted.
John, how are we doing?
Oh, it was brilliant. Watching every night.
And obviously we'll be expanding to, like, you know, knowing up as far as...
Oh, yeah, we supported the whole race.
like, you know, and
Up as far as past place.
number 19, like, see, we should have done it.
And they deserved it. It was a fantastic. It was well deserved, you know.
Worked very hard, like, in fairness. Yeah.
Hail, rain, shine.
Ronnie knows the cool.
Yeah, but it's great, like, you know, for all the communities, like, you know.
My touch was fantastic.
Yeah.
Jeez, it was so worked. The boxes were brilliant. Floor boxes.
Exactly, yeah.
And they kept at it even though they were vandalised. It was brilliant, you know.
Yeah,
Never give up.
Never give up, like, you
No.
know, like, you know,
My touch was
a lot of
excellent.
physical work as well, like, the young kids and the girls have to do.
Well, if it explains it
How are you?
even better. Well, Nick, how are you?
We're hoping to meet Conn. Give him a letter. That's all we want to do.
Just want to hell him, listen, go away. They're all freezing. I don't know, I never met the man before.
It's Tom.
I wouldn't know him.
You're looking to approach the city manager?
That's right.
Just want to hand him a
He's still inside, is he?
Well,
Thanks. Thanks, Ger. Is he definitely still inside?
yeah, I mean, what they might be doing now is they might be telling him tipping off so he can take the back door.
I mean, he's still inside, apparently. Just go and have... No, don't mind her. She's at the... Caroline Curley's at the boss of us at all.
Yeah, exactly.
Want to come down and manage our estate, so, didn't she?
It's a problem with your camera, by the way.
Use the camera.
Why? Let's have a look. Is it in there?
Yeah. Don't do it.
No. It's the mayor. Don't know where he is.
Where is he? What kind of fella is he?
No, he's not there. He's not in.
No?
I mean, can I just maybe get a close up?
Yeah. No, it's on.
Is it on?
It's on, Nick. Yeah. No, we see you recording me. I'm recording you.
Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah,
Is that how it's going to be? Why did you want to approach the city manager? What's your goal on this?
Well, the city manager remarked a couple of weeks ago in the Limerick Leader that he wanted to empower communities to participate. And that's the vital ingredient that's been missing from regeneration for the last 5 years. And we were a little bit dismayed in 95 FM yesterday. He actually said that he consulted with communities and we were all happy. But he didn't talk to us, and we're the residents, we live there, we weren't spoken to. So we were coming down here today to I suppose, ask him to empower us to participate. That's what we want, you know. So straight to the top.
Did you want to have a word? Or?
I just want to tell you that the manager isn't available, but I'll have to talk to you.
All right.
Okay, so
What we'll do is we'll maybe hand our letter now to Ollie O'Loughlin.
have you got a copy of the letter?
I have a copy of the letter for you, and it's PDF that's up online.
Excellent. So
All right.
can I get it off your hard copy?
You can indeed.
I spoke to Mr. McCarthy in my office. I thought we'd go.
Ollie, how are you? Well, we did up until the part, as far as the point where we said we had to go back into the forums, and that's really the sticking point. We can't go back into those structures. They're failed, as Pat will tell you. They failed all of us, and that's that was the agreement that was missing, was real community participation. That's what was absent for the last few years.
Of the subject for, we have to work our way through the process, and I explained that to you.
Well, with respect, Ollie, with respect, those structures can be easy changed. All we're talking about is terms of reference. That's all we're talking about, terms of reference to empower people.
I told you we're doing a project on the whole area of engagement with communities, and as part of that process, we'll be looking at the whole community structures going forward for the city, and it will go through a whole process of consultation with people and stuff like that. In the meantime, I have to deliver the regeneration programme. I just have to come into it and explain to you my position. I want to get stuck in, I want to get into the Ballinacurra Weston, I want to start doing work there. That's my ambition, is to get as much
and we'd like to work with you
as quickly as possible. And everybody will be consulted in the process. But I have to work the structures to do that as well. So whatever comes out of the structures I'm in will go back down to the community level as well. So the people will have a say, and all the residents will have a say in what I'm trying to do. But I need the support of the people to do that myself, because there's a huge scale of work to be done.
But they said that 5 years ago, didn't
Well,
they?
That's right.
But the worry there, Ollie, is simple. What you just said, it'll go back down to the community, but we shouldn't have to wait for it to trickle back down to us. We should be up there when you start it in the first place. And the community is not, the community has never been consulted. I spent 3 years on forums, and nobody at any stage of the 3 years I was there consulted with the community. They wouldn't even let us talk to them.
I just said from where I'm coming
They're not letting us talk to them now, Ollie.
Where I'm coming from, okay. I'm working
I know
with,
exactly
no,
where you're coming from. I appreciate
I'm
it.
trying to like,
You know,
at
I know.
the end of the day, we all want this to work, okay? So I work with anybody that wants to work, okay?
Yeah, but the problem is the people on the forum don't want to work with us, and we're the community.
I suppose we're
They
better
won't
off
even
leaning,
talk to
you know,
us. They won't even elected by us.
No, but it should be looked at as it should be an all we here to try and solve the problem. Everybody is living in the community in some form or shape.
Yeah, but what are we going to do, Ali, when we have 5 people on the forum telling the wrong things about us? They don't consult with us, they don't talk for us.
Can I just explain to you how I'm working? If you just listen to me for a second, okay? I'm at the regen meetings, let's say. We're bringing the plans initially there just to show them. They will be going out to the community, to everybody in the community to have a say. So anybody that's living in the community will have a look at the plans, it'll be explained to them or whatever it is. And it's a process over the next couple of weeks, maybe 6 weeks or whatever, we hope to get agreement on what we're trying to do. And then I hope then to start getting stuck in to getting work done. No, that's only the physical side, which is probably, from your point of view, is probably something that needs to get done very quickly.
Yep.
On the demolitions of the houses there, I have contracts just ready to sign to the contractors because we had to, the time frame had gone out. That's why some of the houses aren't being demolished, some of the ones there, but they will be very quickly in the next number of weeks. So we are doing work,
Yeah, but even the ones that's left, the sewerage that's coming through our houses every day.
I have it running down the side of my house.
Well, when we demolish whatever the house is, well, if there's a problem there, we'll deal with it, My job is to try and get this work done, and I work with everybody, But what I can do is to work with 3 or 4 different groups in the one housing estate.
That's why we're proposing. We're proposing, Ollie. That's why we're proposing. If you held localised elections to elect representatives onto localised regeneration boards, there'd be no question about who represents anyone. And that's what they did in Fatima Mansions. That's what they did in Cranmore. We have successful models for community participation and very successful regenerations out of it.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but what I'm saying is there's a process to go through to get to that stage. Okay? We're running a project on this to get to that stage, to get the right model. Now, your model mightn't be the right model. You might think it is, but there might be other people who might have different views and opinions. But we have to go through that process in the city to see what's the best way we're going to get the communities engaged in their own communities.
We're engaged. We're well engaged, Ollie.
I know you're engaged, but I'm just saying everybody has to have their say.
There's a former rapid rep for the parish. I'm the community and voluntary rep for the parish.
I'm not saying.
I don't know what we have to do to get.
I have to look at the citywide context.
Yeah.
And whatever structure we put in citywide has to work. And I'm willing to do that and go through that process. In the meantime, we have to start getting into the housing estates, and we have, particularly the region areas, and start doing work.
Ollie,
and I want to get in and do it, And I don't want to be spending my time, we'll say, engaging with 3 or 4 different groups in the short term, but we will get the structures right.
Yeah,
But we know you're new, but you know that we've been listening to this before you and before that again for the last 5 years.
Yeah, I look at it. I can't talk for the last 5 years.
I know that.
I want to tell you where I'm coming from. And I want to tell you where I'm coming from. Genuinely, I'm trying to get
But
the job.
from now on, it's
Yeah.
action. We're taking
yes,
action, yeah.
well, I'm
And
trying to
the
get
people that's on
work
the
done.
forum,
no.
we don't want them representing
No,
us.
they're
We want them
misrepresenting
representing
everybody.
us.
But look,
As you
yes.
said, you're trying to get new representatives.
We're going to have a look at
In the meantime, it's like there's our structures there, okay? I said to you last night to get engaged in the structures in the meantime. Parallel with
They
that,
won't let us get engaged. Or
but
they won't let us in.
the first thing I said to you was to write to me. Now, I didn't get any response. Now, I met you a number of weeks ago. I've got no letter from you on it.
Well, I didn't meet you.
I met your call.
You did. You met me as an individual. You made it very clear to the lads you were meeting me on a one-to-one basis as an individual.
I spoke to the 5E outside afterwards.
Yeah.
I didn't know about letters.
No, I spoke to the 5E and I indicated to you to write to me if you wanted to get involved in the process.
You not to the lads inside.
did.
No,
I did.
to me inside in the room you said to
And I
write.
said it
But
outside.
you made it clear outside before we went in that I was.
I made it clear to you. I made it clear to you inside that if you want to get involved in the process, and get engaged in the process, you have to come back through the system for the moment. We'll be looking at community engagement going through in a separate process, and I think that will be to the advantage of everybody going forward. But in the meantime, we have to work together.
How long? Well, we're saying that as well. How long do you predict that these this report will take to find out what we already know needs to be done in terms of community participation? Like I said, there are models that work. They're proven out in the country. They're very similar models for participation that work.
Your opinion doesn't necessarily mean the same as somebody else's, okay? I have to listen to everybody's opinion, okay? And then I have to try and make a decision going forward.
Right.
Now, if you allow me the space to do that, I'll do it. But if you're trying to pressurise me into going one way or another, I will not go down that line. I will take my time to get the structures right.
Well, listen, we've been pressurised out of our homes for the last 5 years, and we're not going to take any more. And we're not waiting around for 2 years for people to come up with ideas what might work. Will be no one left to participate? There'll be no one left.
If you want to continue on doing what you're doing, well and good, you can do it. My job here is to deliver regeneration in the areas.
Who's it for? Regeneration.
Let me finish. My job here is to deliver the regeneration programme in the communities, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to work with the structures that are there at the moment, and I'm going to review those structures in the light of that project I was telling you. But I'm going to deliver, and we will be inside in your areas doing work very shortly.
Can I ask you a question? This is different though. My Ross regeneration, what's the story with that? Is that finished or what?
Yes,
My Ross regeneration?
no, none of them are finished.
No?
No, there's a huge amount of work.
No, there's a building there, they made apartments there, and there's only 2 people from my Ross working there. Why is that? Why is 2 people from my Ross working on that building?
You were asking me something.
You're
After asking me a question. I'm after coming into this project only a number of weeks ago, okay?
You had fellas going around in jeeps for getting, fellas going around in big jeeps.
Well, look,
That's all I ever saw.
if you want to, excuse me a second.
Right, lads, we just...
If you want to ambush me here with people asking me questions, and you know,
No,
you know well, I don't have the answers.
We didn't come here to ambush you, Ollie. You stood here, so we want to hand it to Ollie, or to Conn Murray. It's for
If that is the
Conn.
letter you're talking about, maybe it isn't. Maybe another letter.
That's the letter.
Oh, that's the letter from Mr.
That's the letter for Conn Murray.
I will take that because I'm definitely
Ollie,
not.
can I ask you a question, please?
You can, of course.
In Lenahan Avenue, are they all regeneration areas as well?
They're outside the map, but they're not saying the work won't be done. Okay, when the regeneration project was set up first, somebody put a red line around the properties because it was a crisis situation. It was moving very quickly. We have to look at the areas around the regeneration areas because they're all part of the one community.
Because I'm being told by one person that is in the region and told me in another.
You are in the red line.
No, but doesn't
Your house is in the red line.
So I just want to.
Well, in fairness, we're going to be discussing this with the communities going forward. Our job is to try and create as much improvements to all communities in the city and in the wider areas. It's not that easy to do. But I can't do it, okay, inside in an office here. I have to do it working with the communities. Now the question is, there's different definitions. People are saying one community means one thing, another community means another thing. That's why I want to be able to, over the next year with that project, to get an agreement across the city how we structure ourselves. But in the meantime, we have structures. You have a residence forum, you have a regeneration committee, and you have a consultative forum. Okay.
Sorry, no, but this resident from I actually had it out of the centre with Father Ryan.
No forum up
And
there.
we were I was working up in the centre when they were having.
No residents on the forum. There's no residents on it.
I've never heard of it.
Well, is there an estate management committee or something like that? Is there something?
There's an estate manager.
Is there?
By invitation only. By invitation only.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
Yes, no, my house above, I went into the house, supposed to be regeneration house, and the house is falling down above there. And I'm eating to death with rats from next door to me, 2.5 years, and they're still doing nothing for me about it. That's why I want to know, is it in the region, is it regeneration or is it not? Because one person said me it is. I've gone to estate management I've gone, well, I haven't gone to the forums because I didn't know if I heard it myself. Am I in it or am I not in it?
They said there's a wider community there. They say the line on the map.
Well, these are the only people, I'm not
The,
being funny, they're the only ones who come in.
the line on the map is not going to make a decision if we have more
Yeah.
to do on either side of it. But I have to get my head around this.
Oh, yeah,
And I hope we give a bit of room
I'm not
and a
pressurised
bit of
with the-
space to do it.
You're,
That's really
you're in the red line. I'll show you the map in a minute. You're in the red line.
So that
You're
is-
there,
I
you're in
am-
the regeneration
yeah,
zone.
I-
Like, there's loads of construction out there. Loads of fellas who got qualified in construction.
You'll have to ask me that question.
You haven't answered me.
I couldn't
You won't answer the questions that I am
But
pushing.
I can't answer you the question because I haven't got the answer for you.
Yeah.
If I had
You should have the answer.
If I had the
You
answer,
should have the
I'd
answer.
give it to you.
But you should have
I
it.
haven't got the
You
answer.
should have
Now,
it.
can I just say, lads, I met with you all today and we had a really good meeting in Corn Murray partners and residents. And what you said to us was that we should be inside the tent walking, right? Not outside looking in. But you can't be inside in the tent working if the zip is closed up.
Well, if it's by invite only.
They have to open up the zip and let in the community.
But we have,
Right?
but I'm
More
saying,
men
yeah,
on.
but we have to do that, and I totally agree with you, but we have to put the zip down, okay?
Yeah.
But
I wish we could.
The only way you
Yeah.
can put it, the first thing I suggested last that you write to me, okay, that was the first thing, that you write to me. Nobody's written to me since now, okay, that was the first thing I spoke to you.
Actually, Ollie,
So-
I've emailed you
just
several
let me
times.
Let me finish. So, that was the first thing I said to you last, to write to you. And then we have to work the current structures for the moment. The new structures could have been similar structures, but how you get onto the structures could be different. It's a part of a process, and it will be facilitated in discussion around the whole city. And it's not just the regeneration parts of the city. There's other communities in other parts outside of regeneration that have still equally the same issues that needs to be addressed. The communities need to be organised to voice
But
their
they're not
voice.
living like us.
No, there are other areas.
They haven't got our properties.
No, but equally every community, if you have the structures right, we should never be in the position
Ollie.
that you're in. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Ollie, I
agree
have
with
been
that.
at this a long time now. Before Regeneration came to town, we had an association. We still have it going up in Western Gardens. We've campaigned since 2003. We had participation on an equal footing with our councillors and officials. We sat around for years, worked up plans and drew them up. They got quashed for Regeneration. But we know what it means for community participation and how we should work. We have a good idea, a working model even in Western Gardens we had. What we have now is a recipe, it's a talking shop, it's a distraction. These reports, these were used in the past for stalling tactics. We have to have a report about that. So we have to wait now a while. The longer you wait, the more people leave. That's what happens. One by one we're being picked off as you're boarding up houses. You should realise by now, and certainly you should know coming into the position, that policy is a failed policy. Systematically those houses are looted for copper, they're burnt out, and that forces the person next door to go. So you're losing the community one by one. We're being picked off one by one.
Well, Carl, I said to you
We've been
last
nothing
week,
left
give
to
me a
hear.
room, okay? We're very close to getting ourselves organised to start doing the work. We're not going to be fobbing off anybody. You'll know exactly when I'll be coming back with the final, whatever agreement and plans, that will be a programme of work that has to be done, and I'll be measured on the delivery of that programme. And if I can't deliver, I'll put my hand up. But that's what I'll have to do. Now, Ballinacurra Weston isn't a huge geographical area. It should be dealt with fairly quickly over a reasonable period of time, and that's what I want to do. But I need the support of all the community to do it. And if we all work together, we'll actually get moved through the process a lot faster.
Well,
But
Well,
we
if-
support
if-
if they leave us in. We
Yeah,
can't.
the first you have to go through a process first. You haven't come back to me.
I did email you actually. No, sorry, I'm just thinking that I sent you several
You
emails.
didn't send me several emails.
I did.
Since that meeting, you didn't.
I did.
What I got
They-
was,
not from Conn Murray, from the Ballinacurra Weston Residents Alliance. Have emailed you.
All there was stuff on your camera to be showing me.
We were asking for support though above it, and there was examples. Yeah.
Look,
Links to the
Colin,
videos.
You were showing me videos of stuff. I had met you, and the first thing I said to you was to come back into the system, and we'll work together.
The system has failed.
No, right. No, but you're saying it's failed. What I'm saying there's a system there at the moment to deliver on the project. If you want to be part of the system, you're welcome to be part of the system. And if you get engaged and get involved, I think collectively, all of us can actually try and deal with this problem.
Can I ask
and
you
move it along a
a
lot
final
faster.
question, Ollie, before I left you off? Who was regeneration for?
Pardon?
Who was regeneration for?
The community.
The community.
Exactly.
Well,
If it's for the community,
we-
why in my
we-
Ross is there no one working? In those apartments have been built. Why is there not one? 2 people from my Ross. There are about 30 people down there. There's Portuguese fellas and all down there. Why is that? If it's for the community.
we actually, our group, we set up, we're mandated by the community. We represent 95% of people living in the designated regeneration area by virtue of completed membership forms. And that's a mandate. That's the closer we get to mandate. We could put it to bed with localised elections and get proper representation. And representing people means going back to the people that live in the area, telling them what's going on and finding out what they'd like to happen and going back and carrying that into the structures. We haven't had a leaflet in our door since Regeneration closed down and need to go over. Not a leaflet to say that Donald Moore is our... People rang us and told us in the quiet who to talk to. You know, we had no formal contact from City Council.
But you must admit, like we say, did Regeneration only closed down on the 31st of July? The company only closed down the 31st of July, okay? I had to try and organise, and there was a lot of work involved in the closing down of the company and transferring the responsibilities legally over to ourselves. So there was a lot of work going on, and in the meantime I'm trying to meet as many people as I can, and even yourselves. But you have to give somebody some bit of breathing space to get themselves organised to start doing work, you know. And I believe if you give us the space, we'll get it done. No, I wouldn't have taken this job unless I thought I could deliver on it. And the only way I know I can deliver on it is with the engagement of our communities. Now, people have different views of what the community is, and I want to get through that project to get that sorted out. But in the meantime, we have structures there that will help us start delivering. And if you want to get involved in the structures, you're quite welcome to be part of that structure and to start influencing the outcomes. That's what it's all about. If you want to create change, you have to get involved.
You're not listening at all. The problem with the last few years of the forums is that no one could influence anything on them. Is that right? Am I right? That's why they all left the forums.
Forums or use the state management.
No.
We don't even know, do we?
failed.
We want them out.
State management's invitation only.
They're not from Weston. My next don't live in Weston to get them out. So who's behind me?
I am.
Look, Carl, we could be here out talking about it.
We could be here forever.
We could run for cycles. I told you to write to me.
But you have to want to get those wrong things going on.
We have a letter there now going to the city manager and he can pass it down to you.
You will, no, yeah. No, well, I'll take it on the deputy manager, so I'll take it anyway. So it doesn't make a difference, okay? But in reality, if we want to work together, okay, we have to work to get these communities back. Now, we can be fighting all we want to, but that's negative energy, and it's not doing any good. We have to be positive, and we have to do it together.
It's very hard to be positive when you're looking out your window night after night watching houses burn.
Now you say this.
People afraid to go to sleep at night in case their children are burned in their beds. Very hard.
It's an easy word to throw around there, positive.
How would you know that? Are you living in that?
I know what you might be feeling, but I'm not living in it. But I want to help as part of the process, and the only way I can do it is if we all work together. That's the only way we can do it. Well, we're starting the process now fairly
Representatives
quickly.
before you took 5 years to cap on. Will take you another 5 to cap on now this time.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
think
more likely, but I'd like to get
fairness,
got
I don't
answers
like
for
using that
us.
language, okay?
No, I'm not being aggressive.
You're suggesting...
No, I'm just saying, like, we've waited this long, like, and now you're coming at us with no ideas.
They're not new
Like,
ideas.
well, I'm not saying they're no ideas, but what people are saying the same thing that
Have you been up there?
before you said the last 5 years.
Do you think it's great for people?
I don't think
No,
it's
it's
fair
not.
for
People
people.
are being pushed out of their homes.
Little kids there and they're grown up into that.
I don't think it's fair for people.
It's great, isn't it?
I don't think it's fair for people.
I'm sure you have
Church from
that.
around words like positive, just be positive. You know what I mean? That's your answer. Just be
And we
positive.
can't be part of the solution if we're going to...
I lived up to...
But conflict is, and we said it ourselves, conflict is, the outcome of a conflict can be positive. Ireland didn't get its independence by just doing what the Brits told us, you know. The outcome of conflict can be positive. We're in conflict now because we're not happy with how we're being treated and how we're being talked down to and how we're being told the structures are fine when they have failed, Ollie, miserably.
We're
Carl,
being
at some,
negative, we should be
no,
positive.
yes, at some stage, Carl, the conflict has to stop and we have to start working together.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
And now is the time to do it, and now is the opportunity. And as I said to you before, we have a short window of opportunity for the next 4 years to get a lot of the ball moving because we have 2 ministers in government and we have the money. I can't guarantee in 4 or 5 years' time if there's general elections and 40 different ministers and stuff like that we won't have the money.
But you have plenty of money for...
I'll tell you what else you're talking about conflict and stopping it. We feel like it's an attack on our community when you board up houses, when you know what's going to happen to them. It's an attack.
You should give me a bit of a chance of just coming into the job, and I want to deal with that as best I possibly can. So if we work together, I think we'll get someplace along the way. You know, we can look back in the past now. It's not going to... The past isn't going to solve...
Past the day to day, it's happening right now.
If you forget the past,
But you're boarding up houses.
Who do you work with? You have to... I've explained to you. You have to... And I said it to Carl, and I said it to you last as well.
That's why kids are...
We have to
Nothing to do.
work the current system to get in. You have to write to me. Okay, I'll see what's in the letter here to write to me. There's a system here we have to work with for the moment. And you have to be part of it, that's to work it.
Is the
Because
boarding
I-
is the
because I
boarding of
can't-
houses
from my point,
continue?
sorry, from my point of view, I can't be dealing with 3 or 4 different groups
I know that.
and to try in the community. I want to come into what you consider to be one community, okay?
Oh, elections.
There'll always be different views and opinions in there. Irrespective, I live in the community myself. I grew up in the local authority house, and I know it's 10 people will have different views of how to solve the problem.
But
you
you're
have to come together.
You're
to do
boarding
it.
up the houses.
We are
of
together.
everybody.
Everybody in the community.
And I have 6 grandchildren that have no house and that they can't get a house. So why can't you not give them one of those?
Yeah, is the
We-
policy
Their
going to
question,
change?
otherwise the houses won't get burned out and get destroyed.
Yeah, look, I'm trying to come to terms with what's going on, okay, and I'm trying to come up with systems where we won't allow these houses to get burned and we get them filled fairly quickly, or else if we don't need a house, we take the house out of the way
Take it
for new
down.
development.
Yeah.
Well, we're going through a process at the moment of redesigning the estate to some degree. There won't be, every house won't be knocked. Because
Sure, how long will that take?
But,
About the houses there now, say there's 4 houses
Yeah.
burnt down,
Yeah.
and then there's a family
the
living
reason,
next door, young family with children.
there's a simple reason for the ones that were there, okay? We went out to tender to get demolition contractors to come in, okay? So you have to legally go through a time frame before you take them in, because the last list of contracts, the date had been.
But there's no time frame in a child's life, an innocent child's life.
No, but legally I can't put a contractor in. He will be good in the next couple of weeks, but until the time frame is ready to appoint the contractors. But in the next 2 weeks, those contractors will be appointed, so we'll have them actually. We'll be taking out those houses that are all burned over. They'll all be
You
taken
will be
out.
taking them out, all the houses, so you will be
Yes,
taking them out.
Yes.
And will the boarding up continue?
So there we are, we're
We
told
know
they're going to be
any-
taken
if
out
there's-
all
if
the
there's any-
houses.
If there's any house, we say, once we have the plans agreed, which we hope to have agreed in the next number of weeks, once those plans agreed, we know exactly what houses we're going to be refurbishing, what houses we need to acquire to build new houses in the spots around.
I'm laughing out the new house.
We're going to put people in, for instance, so if there's a vacant house that comes up, that's one house that needs to be kept, that can be refurbished straight away.
And
Will
it
you
needs to be
hold
knocked,
public
it'll be
meetings
knocked
then?
straight
To be
away.
knocked,
So
yes.
there'll be no more boarding up
Will
of
you,
houses.
will you hold a public meeting?
Holly? Where does
Call a public
the
meeting and
private
tell the
tenants
people.
come in then?
Pardon?
Where does the private tenants come in?
Well, I was just explaining, the private tenants, we said, we look at the scheme, we've finished, okay, there'll be a number of houses we might need to acquire to put a road in or whatever it was. Those private tenants will be housed with a new house in the scheme.
And what
The
if you don't want to move?
Well, if they don't, they can stay.
You're going to do build a road around
Well,
them?
we'll have to read it, we'll have to look at it, but there's only a few houses that we really need to move, and if they don't want to move, it's not going to be the end of the world for us, okay?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the private houses are there, that I have to get agreement, and that's, I'm working with the department on what are we going to do to the private houses. It looks like it could be front walls, I'm trying to get windows, doors, external insulation, fascias and soffits.
Central heating.
No,
But if
they
they've all
won't-
that done,
They won't go into the inside of the house.
They'll do it outside.
The government won't go into the inside of the
they've
house.
all that done.
Well, if they have it done, I can't do any more from them.
So
So they get knocked.
So they lose out,
they
This
lose
is-
out.
Well, but it lose out in what way, like?
but you're putting in windows into.
So you just go away and destroy your house and they're coming out and they do it brand new for you, is
And
that it?
remortgages,
Yeah.
and they have all theirs in, so
Yeah.
they get nothing.
Well, I can do 2 things then. I can actually not do the other ones at all. You know, the thing is, I'm left with a situation to turn the estate around.
But
to
you're
my
giving out the
design.
system, so go in there tonight, wreck your house, buy no way living, destroy it, send your kids
And
out
you're
in the
going to
garden,
do it all.
and we'll come in and we'll do up all your house for you. Just F the private tenants, is that it?
I'm going through a process here with design, and the community can decide. If the community decide, if the community decide,
You just said, if you do up the houses, the private tenants, if they have it done, there's nothing for them.
But I can't do them up again.
Well, we'll just keep our protest going, then you're not going
And
to do that.
what are you looking for, so?
So you pay us so for everything we've done to our house.
Compensation.
Yeah.
Can I ask you,
I can't give it to you.
about the ones to go for
Ollie, we're organising walking tours of the area and we're inviting everyone to come down for a walking tour if you'd like. When we gave Willie one, we gave Kieran O'Donnell one recently, and we're getting great support from the politicians, so maybe the structures will change sooner than you might think. If you'd like a walking tour and to see who represents the community and what we're about, that we are representative of the people, come with us and talk to the people that live there. And your eyes will be opened.
I've been through that, I walked around, I know it.
Walk with us.
Yeah, I've seen it, but look at,
Walk with
that's, I just saying from my point of view here, I've got a job to do.
Oh, I
want to
appreciate
try and
that.
do it. If we
We've
all-
got lives to live.
Yeah,
So the
lives to
private
live,
tenants
but
are
it's
basically
it's
getting
an
feck on.
opportunity for us all to work together.
It is, and that's what our letter's about, and if you take the time to read it,
Well, I will.
you know. All right, listen, I have loads. Listen, thank you very much for speaking with us. You know, thank you, Ali.
Thanks a million.
Thank you, Ollie.
No, thank you.
And if you want,
More to,
If you want the tour, all right.
Well, there you have it.
He's well able to talk. Let's
My idea was that they would do it entirely differently. They would do it like along the lines that was done in Ballymun and Dublin. They didn't. They decided to do it their own way, and hence the situation you have up there, which is absolutely unacceptable. So, I mean, there's great credit due to Conn McCarthy, Matt Collins, Angela, the various people who have, taken on this campaign. They've taken on this campaign, and the corporation and the regeneration people are trying to shoehorn them into different forums. The forums that they're trying to put them into were type of organisation that didn't work before. It hasn't worked in the past. That's why they're out of the forums and they're running their own campaign. And in my view, their campaign is an awful lot more effective since they left the formal structure. And I think it is a very, I'm very suspicious of the attitude of the regeneration people that want to put them back into this shoebox again, which didn't work in the past.